indie survival horror game called The Store is Closed. It's a game about spending the night in a furniture store. And it looks pretty cool. I think a lot of people like it, but there is one person, or rather entity, that is not the biggest fan of this game: IKEA. And I think that's because the game setting is slightly, just a little inspired by IKEA. The store sign is just an IKEA sign with a different Scandinavian name. The enemy shirts are just IKEA uniforms, and the interior of the store is, it's just IKEA. So because of all this, as well as all the press coverage the game has been getting recently, they sent the developer a cease and desist letter for trademark infringement, giving him just 10 days to completely revamp the entire look of his game. That totally must not be stressful at all. Now, I guess you can't really fight IKEA on this because they're IKEA, but I feel like they're in the wrong here. Parody is protected under copyright law as fair use, and this game is clearly a parody rather than a legitimate attempt to impersonate IKEA. But I guess there's not much you can do unless this solo developer wants to take IKEA to court. I don't think that'll be happening. This is a really scary letter to receive for any indie developer, and especially in this case since the game was in its last week of its Kickstarter campaign, so you can imagine there was already enough to deal with without this, tiny little IKEA lawsuit thing. The dev says his plans for the end of his campaign have kind of been screwed over since he was planning to work on a new alpha update for his Kickstarter supporters, but now he has to desperately revamp the entire look of his game in the next 10 days to not get sued. Not the most relaxing way to celebrate getting funded on Kickstarter. I guess this goes to show that copyright is a threat to any developer, no matter how small your team is, so always keep that in mind when working on your game, especially if you're making an IKEA-themed game, apparently, because for some reason they feel very strongly about their trademark. So make a note to keep IKEA out of your games from now on, and I'll see you in the next video.